किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है, वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी। ये एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और सातवें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us in this special series of Business Opportunity Over Chai. Business Opportunity Over Chai presented by the management of Franchise India with an aim to introduce you with a new business opportunity every day at 12 o'clock. Today also on this Saturday, we are going to introduce you with a new business opportunity. But before I introduce you with the brand, I would like to just run you through with the Q&A process. If you have any questions during the webinar, please type your question into the Q&A box. We will take up all your questions post our presentation. So while we run you through with the presentation and the brand details, I would request you to please keep sharing your queries, your questions, and your suggestions into the Q&A window. So I would like to welcome our panelists today on this panel. We do have Mr. Samarthans. We do have Mr. Shahul Dimba. He is the head or co-founder of JST Popcorn. JST Popcorn is Bangalore's leading brand serving healthy and flavored popcorns. They're currently on expansion spree, seeking passionate entrepreneurs across Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, Mumbai, and Pune to start their own JST Popcorn kiosk in just 8 lakh rupees. So to know more details, I would request Mr. Shahul to brief about the brand and the opportunities they are going to provide to the partners and the franchisee owners who are watching you live, the participants who are watching you live, they want to join hands with you. So what all benefits they are going to get you and how they can be a part of GST Popcorn as a franchise partner. So over to you, Shahulji.
So, thanks, Neha. Thanks, Neha, for the introduction. Okay, to start off with, just give you a snapshot of what exactly we are and why a brand called Just. Okay, there are a lot of people who will pronounce it as GST. Okay, if you look at talk to any email, to type SMS or WhatsApp, you will not write JUST, you'll just write Just. It's a short form. So that's how the whole brand ideology has come in. Okay, so how we started is the company started in 21, okay, with an idea saying, okay, how do we provide a healthy snacking opportunity for a consumer? If you look at, we have chips, which are again are fried, we have a lot of stuff, samosas, everything is a fried. So we wanted to come up with a concept where we give them a healthy snacking opportunity. We are not saying it's the healthiest, it's a healthy snacking alternative. Okay, if you imagine, if anybody imagines when I say a popcorn counter in a mall, so you'll imagine vending cart is there, or you'll imagine somebody selling something. So we want to change the whole idea of how people consume popcorn and how do they visualize popcorn in a mall. So that's how we have come up with this particular concept where we provide about close to about 15 flavors, a unique flavors of popcorns. Okay, we work on philosophy of three things. We work on accessibility. We want it to be accessible to everybody. uh, Sitting at home, you can order it via Swiggy, Zomato. Okay, you are in a mall, you can order it, you can have it there. we want it to be affordable. For example, if you take this particular ball of popcorn in any of the multiplex, you'll be paying nothing less than 300 to 400 bucks. But here you'll be paying at about hardly 99 bucks. And this is the accessibility, and we are giving the choice. It's basically a choice for you to select the options that you want. You come to a counter, you see a 10 different varieties of popcorn, and you see, I want to mix 3 different flavors. Yes, possible to do that. That's how the choice has been given to them. Currently, if you look at, we are present across 3 locations. One, it's all malls is where we are present at. It's Vega City Mall in JP Nagar, Bangalore. It's Bharatiya City Mall and Kiapuram. It's a dark store that is what we call is largely for the deliveries that happens via Swiggy, Zomato. Okay, the another opportunity that we have seen is you have a lot of cricketing events or the sporting events that are coming up. Okay, and there are a lot of people who sit at home and they want to munch something, and there's a healthier options that they get. They order it. Your stores are open till night 1 o'clock. You're on a Netflix. You want to have something, you just order it and you get it. You don't only get popcorn. You get along with popcorn. You have other varieties. You have a lot of Indian drinks that you have. What we call it as the goli sodas. We have recently introduced cotton candy. Again, a cotton candy in a tub, which nobody has currently. If you look at, so these are the unique opportunities that you get along with that. Can we go? Yeah, so this is how the concept works for us. Basically, nobody's been able to crack how to keep the popcorn fresh. Okay, if you look at, you have a warmer where we put our popcorns, and popcorns are popped freshly, packed, and sent to our stores. So basically, the concept works. It's a dry kitchen. So, and if you approach any mall will be more than happy to work on a dry kitchen model rather than providing your water facility, providing a lot of facilities which are required. So what we work is we work on a dry kitchen model wherein you get it in half kg or a 1 kg packets. You cut open the packets and you put it in a warmer, and it can last for close to about 2.5 days without any preservatives, without anything, because it's warmer. The whole idea of how we work is it's a temperature controlled warmer wherein you just have to cut down the moisture from it and it remains fresh. That's how we work. For a franchisee partner, it works really well because you don't have an um, thing of a person making a popcorn. There are a lot of spillage, there is a lot of wastage which happens. Here you cut down on everything. So that's how it works. And there's another one at a Bharti mall that we have. This is how the concept works. You have different warmers there. You have a set of 8 warmer and a 3 warmer, and all your flavors are in that particular thing. So we are the only brand, we can proudly say that we are the only brand that provides about 15 flavors. Uh, be the flavor like your cheddar cheese, a jalapeno cheese, a Mexican cheese, or the caramel popcorn, uh, or the peri peri. Because you'll have a lot of people who want to have a caramel popcorn, but they'll not be able to have it at home. It's only option for them to go to a multiplex and have it. So we have made that particular thing accessible to them. So we have caramel, strawberry, blueberry, pineapple. You name the flavors, we have it. Near future, we're also launching Hyderabadi biryani flavor. So we also, what we do is every month we run a uh, kind of a sample thing wherein we ask our customers to what is the next flavor that they want to have. So this month we got a response saying we want to have the Mexican cheese. So that's how this month we have a Mexican cheese flavor as a flavor of the month that is there. The another unique thing that we have is we use mushroom corns, and this all are air popped. So you don't have the thing of saying okay, it's a unhealthy way you are frying the popcorn. It's basically an air pop. It's much more healthier options that people can have. Okay, there are a lot of malls which are welcoming this particular concept. The reason being, you don't have, first, it's a dry kitchen. The second option is when you have a family that is going to a mall for a shopping. So for a mall, at the end of the day, it's the money that you spend in a mall. So what happens is it's a family, it's a mother, it's a wife, husband, and a son who's going to a mall. And you have a son who will definitely, when you get into a mall, he will want to have either a donut, he want to have either a chips or something. So here is an option wherein you give out a tub of popcorn to them. He's sitting and having, and you're there at a outlet shopping. Your husband is with the kid. So your couple of hours are sorted in that. That's how the mall pitch is going to the malls, and that's why the malls are inviting a lot of people to come and open up the kiosk. Okay, and if you look at our ratings in terms of Swiggy, Zomato that we have, it's all above 4.5 is what the rating that we have. There are a lot of people, if you go to the next slide, you'll see a lot of people who have given us a positive feedback for the lot of new innovative products that we have come up with. On the left hand side, if you start up, we have the forest fruit. Then you have the blue color one is a blueberry, and you have a lot of positive feedbacks that are coming up. And you have, if you look at our repeat customers, it's close to about 40% is our repeat customers on month. And we do a lot of digital campaigns. So we believe that this particular TG, if you want to target, you will have to target via digital campaigns. So it's a lot of tactical campaigns that we do. When you had Money Heist launch, we had done a Money Heist campaign saying, okay, you're watching Money Heist. Why don't you order popcorn? We are giving you a discount on that particular thing. So for every event that is coming up, we keep doing a lot of marketing activities in terms of a lot of digital campaigns which will go across. For a World Cup, you had a campaign. For upcoming India South Africa series, we are having a campaign. You'll see a IPL campaign coming up. In near future, we are planning to also tie up with Bangalore FC for your ISL campaigns. So there's a lot of activities which keeps happening, and it's also an opportunity for any of the franchisee partner to be part of it. And if you look at the marketing, that's what we said. If you look at a popcorn as an industry, you have a lot of unorganized popcorn vendors who are there. There's nothing which is an organized popcorn vendor. That's the reason if you're buying any popcorn, you'll not see a vendor selling even a vendor selling more than a 2 or 3 flavors. So what we have done is, so we wanted to make this industry as an organized industry. So it's our effort to make this into an organized sector. That's why we have introduced a lot of popcorn, because the market huge potential in the market, and it's growing close to about at a 12% year on year. Okay, so what value proposition that we are able to give you is we are able to give you a high quality product. We will be giving you a product which is of high quality. Currently, if you look at, there's no competition in the market as such in this particular category. Be it any of the locations, you don't have. We also have an in-house lab where we do our testings, where we do saying which flavor works. We do a sampling, and that's how the product has been launched. We are a proud made in India brand. All our products are made in India. And it's a healthier option where it's an air pop. As we said, it's not a fried popcorn that we do. If you use any of the ready to eat popcorn, I don't want to name the brands, any of the brands that you pick up at home, when you put it in a say a vessel, you'll see a lot of oil coming out. So here it's an air fried, so we don't use oil. It's a high quality corn that we use. It's a technology driven organization. We work on a lot of technology in terms of, see, nobody's been able to crack the technology how to keep the popcorn in a warmer for 2 to 3 days. Okay, if you keep it the warmer in any of the regular warmers, if you keep it, it'll go soggy within a couple of hours. So that's how it's been done, and it's a low investment model that we are looking at. So you don't have a high investment, and it's a low investment and a high ROI model that we are looking at. Samad, you want to take it from here?
Yeah, thank you so much, Hal. So, good afternoon, everyone. Very important to understand, given the opportunity and the product that we are bringing in, it is an opportunity not restricted to a certain set of individuals or entrepreneurs, but it is open and gives the flexibility for young entrepreneurs or corporate employees or women entrepreneurs who want to have their own business. They are passionate about the business as well, and gives them the option to come and be part of our brand over here because of the low investment as well. Because it's very important to understand, be it the technology, the premium products, and the quality that we're able to offer. With the investment size that we'll also discuss later on in detail, is about 8 lakh rupees around that we can have our setup ready. So it's a very low investment model for people who want to get into this industry with investments at different levels that they're looking at. So the entry barrier, which is there, is very restricted. We are having a differentiated product, so which is very important. The flavors that we are able to bring, which other brands are not able to bring, along with the quality that we are able to offer. So that is a differentiated product, giving you a very unique opportunity in the market. And it's not only about popcorn. There are other products that's also available as a value-add products available for our partners to earn additional revenue stream from the Chaos Corporation, which is there. We are also open to having strategic partnership if you are looking at multiple locations, which is to form a cluster. You have multiple tie-ups that you want to have with us. We are also open to having those kind of strategic discussions if you have having different locations in mind as a different bigger partner which are looking in. Ultimately, what we're looking at as, because we are very passionate about our products and the brand which is there, we would also like the partners to be as passionate as us, so that we will support you throughout the journey to be successful as well, and share the same kind of passion that we are having. What we also look at is the overall setup that we give to you. So it's very important what you get out of it. So it's not only about the overall operational, the setup and everything that we provide. You get the license to operate and have the products, access to the products and the ranges that we offer throughout the portfolio, which is there. Plus also the marketing support as the campaigns that we saw. So it's very important to have the right kind of marketing support at a central level, also sponsorship and different tie-ups that we have. So this is where the brand is focusing a lot, emphasizing that on the fact that yes, the marketing is the driver of also getting that right customer pool and also getting the brand name known across not only the cities where we are, but also across the nation itself. So this is where the support is very crucial, and where the expertise of the brand also comes into the picture, where we are getting that kind of visibility, where people are getting that confident. It's very important to also have the trust. So trust comes from the flavor, trust from the quality, but also trust comes from the campaigns and others that we are able to identify and create that identity in the market. You'll also get an operational manual. It is a simple process where the partner does not have to worry about maybe cooking, which is there. It's just as Shahul mentioned that it is just, we will have the packages which is there. You just have to warm it over there. So it's very important to understand basic fundamentals, how to keep it, how to heat it, all the precautions which is there. So all the training mechanism would be there for you, which is very important as a training program before you start your operations. So there would be training provided to each and every partner and the staff which is there, along with the operational manual or guidelines which is there. So as to safeguard and also as a fallback option for you to see, okay, how we need to operate and also keep all the products at our locations. And it will also be an ongoing support. So it's not only the initial training or initial support that we are providing, but it will be a continuous support throughout the journey that we'll have, and hopefully a very long-term journey, continuous journey that we have and share with you, all the investors which are there. And the brand would always be there to handle any kind of queries, any inventory requirement, any queries or questions or doubts that you may have. The team would always be there to support you. What we're looking at as a setup, as we saw in the previous slides as well, the kiosk and everything which is there. So Bangalore is, yes, the primary focus, but we can also look at cluster approach in the nearby areas which are there. Premium malls, grade 2 malls also that we call in different cities as well are good options for us, which is there, but also there are different food hubs. So it gives you a flexibility of not only be restricted to a certain locations which are there. Nowadays, more and more areas are seeking such opportunities where they don't have to at the back end have say what Shahul mentioned, or constant water supply or some other supplies which are needed in a typical food outlet that a commercial location looks for. It gives them the flexibility to not have that back end operation. You don't have to worry about the setup too much and get the right best quality products for all the customers who are coming in all these commercial locations. So ideally about 80 to 100 square feet of a space, depending on the location as well and the availability, we can have those discussions, but typically we're looking at 80 to 100 square feet. And what we also look at is a 5-year term with a partner, which is there. So 5-year contract term, which is there. Popcorn sales would definitely be there for different products, which are there. We do have online options available. So Swiggy, Zomato would also be available for our partners, but also we'll also have the products available. So the categories, if people want to try it and have the products as well available, so that would also be available for a partner. So these are multiple revenue streams that a partner can look into, and you'll also have a much bigger demographic as a customer base for you, because the children would have different kind of flavor needs, the millennial population would have different kind of flavor requirements. That also. So what Just Popcorn believes in is to have that kind of all the options available for all age groups. So that is very important, that all age groups are catered to with the different products, different requirements. be it the popcorn, be it the soda, which is available. If you are looking at multiple level or cluster, as I said, 3 to 5 outlets, 3 to 5 locations, we are happy to open and talk to you about that as well. The chaos would be provided by the brand as a setup to ensure that the quality, standardization, everything would be there. So the setup and everything is something that you need to focus on at a day-to-day basis as well, manage the inventories and also interact with the customers as well. So this would be the roles and responsibilities for you as well. So when we say what you would have to do as an investor, so the products are provided to you from the central location, which is there. You, as Shaul mentioned, we just have to open the packet, put it in the warmer, and it is there with a shelf life. It's a very good shelf life also that we're seeing of 2 days, up to 2 days, that the product does not get spoiled. In other cases where you traditionally see the popcorn places would be having maybe like a very small shelf life gets damaged, and there is a very high wastage which is there because it gets soggy, it gets dry, and it is not edible for a long period of time, which is where the technology, the back end, and the research and development is very important that the brand brings in. Is not only the unique flavors, but the quality standardization also that we are able to provide through our products. You will also be focusing more on the sales activities, communicating with them, and also maintaining the staff, which is there. There would be promotional schemes coming in or campaigns coming in, but that would be from the brand side. The brand would support you wherever possible, and you would also have to implement the local maybe marketing activities or promotional activities as and when required. Whereas the brand at a central level, as we had just seen, that they would be doing multiple central level initiatives, be it the sponsorship, the campaigns, the events, social media, and other promotions, so as to generate that kind of interest in the market as well. All the records and everything, so it's a very transparent process. All the records would be transparent and available for a partner. So it is connected to a central server. The software IT is something that the brand presents to all our partners. And you'll also get an access to those. You can always raise inventory through the software itself, or maybe keep a track of the performance and everything. So it's a properly digitized mechanism which is in place, plus also giving you an access to not be worrying about the billing process, the inventory process, and the back-end raising process as well. So when we talk about the support, so it's a continuous support. What we strive towards is to ensure that each and every partner is successful. Each and every partner is not facing any challenges. So initial handholding would always be there, not only the initial training, pre-opening training, but also the initial handholding from the brand as a support would always be there, plus the continuous support. So the setup, the location, the feasibility of the location, the whole chaos setup is something that the brand will help you with. I also give you guidance on what kind of licenses or permissions or anything that is required in particular locations, which are there, plus also the initial training as to how to serve, how to open, how to store, everything. So basic elements as well, which are there, but yes, the training is also required for that. Products are, yes, best in class, which are there. So there would be constant margins available for them. Will be regular R&D, which would be done to bring in new products and value-added products or different flavors. So this is a constant process. So one example that Shal just mentioned, that we have a flavor of the month initiative that we do. So these kind of activities would be done regularly, and for all our partners, it would also be available. So it's not restricted to a certain market. It would be available for all our partners, and this kind of trends, this kind of research would always be a continuous process. So already we are differentiated in the market with the flavors and different products that we are able to offer at one given location. This is only going to extend further with the R&D and the support that the brand brings in and different initiatives. So what defines us or differentiates us from the competition is this constant updates and constant different options which are available for our customers. Marketing, yes, ATL, BTL activities we've already seen. Supply would be constant. It's a central facility would be providing to each and every partner. If you want to raise any kind of inventory request through the software, you can always reach out to the brand, and it would be a very seamless process and a very fast turnaround as well, given the cycle that we are in. And also the technology that we are seeing. So any kind of IT support, the billing support, accounting support would be done through the central server itself. which gives all the flexibility. So as a partner, we don't have to worry about the backend. We just have to focus on the interaction and the sales at the given kiosk location, and everything else at the backend is supported and provided by the brand itself. When we talk about the financials, to give you an idea, we are going with the franchise-owned, franchise-operated. That is very important, as we saw initially. So when we say franchise-owned, franchise-operated, the day-to-day functioning, the day staff needs, the selling operations, the cleanliness, hygiene at the location is something that the partner needs to look into. What the brand will support from the back end is to provide you those kind of guidelines, the training, the software, and other activities. So you as a partner would need to run the store kiosk over there at the particular location, and also serve and conduct the sales activity which are there. The supply of the products is something that the brand will support you with. The technology the brand will bring in, and the guidelines, protocols also and marketing initiative is also the brand supports you with. So the investment is about 8 lakh rupees, depending on the location. 8 to 10 would be there, but traditionally 8 lakh rupees would be there. This total investment includes everything. So it's not, there are no different hidden costs when it comes to maybe like a franchise fee, which is of 2 lakh rupees over here, or maybe your setup, kiosk setup, or your inventory. So the 8 lakh rupees has your 2 lakh rupees of franchise fee included in it. Plus, it also has your kiosk setup, which is there, your software, your initial inventory that you require. So the overall investment is a very low investment model for you, gives you all the partners a very good flexibility to enter into the market, because 8 lakh is the investment that we are seeing. The margins typically, depending on the products, it would vary, but 40 to 45% is something that you can expect at any given time. And the expected payback is about 1.5 years. In some areas, we are able to do it much better. So you can expect a much higher return as well over a 5-year period, which is about 4 to 4x of your investment that we can see in the 5 years if you're able to do and perform well. So GST as applicable would be there, but again stating 8 lakh rupees would include all your investments, your cost, and other licenses and the permission costing would be there. So it's a very reasonable investment for a partner with the products and the ranges that we're able to offer. So what we'll do is, I see that many questions and many people are raising their hands as well. So we'll hand it over to Neha for the Q&A round, and Ms. Sonia is also there. So we'll hand it over to her for summarization and also the Q&A round. We can start off.
Thank you so much, Smart, and thank you so much, Rahulji, for presenting the opportunity to all our investors who are watching you live and have come on the webinar. Keep writing your questions, we'll take your questions, but I'll also quickly talk about the opportunity here and some important points which you should also consider when you are considering business opportunity like that. So the format, if you look at, is a smaller, tighter format. It is a capex light model comparatively, idiot-proof model. And when I say idiot-proof model, it has no operational complexity for day-to-day operation. The entire supply chain is handled by the company, and especially for a format like this, a multi-unit franchise actually works very, very well in this segment, because the investment is low. And second, a franchise partner can have locations which are both strategic and also upcoming locations. So a combination of both strategic upcoming locations can be bundled together to maximize. Also, there's no wastage in terms of the product, and there's no skilled manpower which is needed to take care of day-to-day operation. But one thing which is very important to make this format successful is the location, which is of extreme importance, where you because we need locations which have a high footfall. Typically, if I have to talk about locations, I saw some of you asking locations in malls, but yes, malls are locations which have a high footfall from atriums to the entrance. Different malls would have different places where such formats can be put, but definitely we need locations which have a very high footfall. The locations can also include big corporate hubs which have a captive audience, right? So there's a big audience, captive audience, which are corporate hubs, IT hubs, because this is an impulse product, right? So even campuses, around campuses, colleges, universities, which are big student hubs, can also be a great location to put a format like this. Travel retail works very well in this category. So when I say travel retail, even locations around metros, airports, they work very, very well to support the throughput and the efficiency a format like this needs. And another revenue stream, which is very, very interesting in this category, is gifting, right? So gifting works very, very well. So because the margins are also great in gifting. So around festivals, corporate gifting, gourmet popcorn, as a category is in demand. So overall investment, we're talking about 8 lakhs, which includes perhaps the entire structure that we need to put in place, the kiosk, and also this includes your franchise fee component. So I'll start with asking Shahulji if you can share a breakup of the investment with our investors. So this 8 lakh
Sure.
typically would include what all and what kind of inventory we need when we get started. And we would also like to understand from the current locations that you run the kind of throughput, which we expect and the revenue streams, because I heard someone also talking about popcorn and there are other products also on the offering. So if you can give more information.
Sure. Okay, if you look at that 8 lakhs breakup, you have a 2 lakhs of franchisee fee, close to about, depending upon the mall, because there are a lot of mall which have their own requirement in terms of specification, in terms of how they want the look and feel of the kiosk. Okay, so depending upon that, it will be in the range of 3 to 3.5. The warmers, your IT related stuff will be another 75,000, and balance about 35,000 will be a initial stock requirement. So what we usually operate is, we don't tell you to keep a lot of stock. You keep a stock for a week. You keep giving us orders every week. So for you also, it's easier. You get the newer lot of stock and it finishes. So you need to, initially what we'll do is we'll support you with, say, keeping a 10-day stock. Once you get a cycle ki how much, which is a particular product which is fastest moving for you, then you can start placing the orders accordingly. So that flexibility also we have. So what was the second, Sonia? You were asking for the second.
We talked about one was the investment breakup that you have shared, and the
Yeah.
other is the entire offering that we have in terms of the menu, our average ticket
Okay.
price, and if you can give more information, right? So what kind of sales typically we expect
Mhm.
in the locations that we are proposing? What becomes my operating expenses?
Sure.
All that is something if that can be explained
Okay.
to our investors.
Okay, so I'll just give you a small run up on how the whole operation works.
And also,
As
when you talk about your menu offering, have we split our product into maybe a destination, specialty, seasonal line, impulse? So, how the offering is also divided in terms of your menu, we would also like to understand.
Okay, so I'll tell you what. So how our menu is divided is, our menu is divided largely basis on the flavors. So there are certain, we also have something like a savory flavor. So we categorize as savory flavor where anybody can have it. It's basically your classic butter salt, cheddar cheese, your say a Mexican cheese or a jalapeno cheese. Then we have categorized into a spicy flavor where you have flavors like sriracha chili, you have flavors like peri peri, you have flavors like Szechuan. Okay, this where people who want to have a spicy kind of a thing. So we have, so because we understand that everybody will have a different kind of a taste, and we'll have to adjust to each of this particular palettes. So they, for example, if you in a Bangalore, the palette is entirely different. They want to mix cheese and caramel. So we have people who comes from Andhra or Telangana. They want a lot of spicy kind of a thing. So that's how the whole combination works. Once every so I we don't, so what we do is we keep our menu very clean. We don't do it region wise as such. The reason being because when you're in a mall, you have a Cosmo crowd which is coming up. So it's entirely different. For me, in my one Vega City Mall, I have a different set of people who are coming there and different set of flavors which are working there, and there's a different set of flavors which are working in my another mall. And online, it's an entirely different space. So we don't categorize into that. We keep it very clean. Apart from that, apart from popcorns, what value add that you get is you get. I'll just show you a cotton candy. I don't know whether it's visible or no. Okay, so what happens is usually there are people who will come make the cotton candy there. So we have eliminated completely out of it. We said, okay, we'll give you a packed cotton candy without any preservatives, nothing. It's a bite-sized cotton candy because you don't want your kid to have, say, a big size of cotton candy. So we give you this particular thing priced very economically at a 35 rupees as against what you have outside, which in any mall they will give you for nothing less than 100 rupees. And we give you flavors in this. The flavors like kacham, flavors like strawberry, orange, mango, pineapple. So you have all the flavors available. Along with this, you also have the Indian drink that we call as Goli soda, the Banta sodas, what we have. So that also is part of it. You can make a combo, and that's how any QSR works. We offer that particular thing. If you look at an operational cost wise, you have your mall rents, which will be anywhere typically depending upon the catchment. It will be anywhere in the range of say a 40,000 to a 80,000. Also depends if you're able to bargain with a mall and work only on a revenue sharing basis, nothing like it. So it's basically one of the malls that we're operating, we are working on a revenue sharing basis, saying whatever revenue I earn, 20% is yours. So that's how the operation works. It all depends upon how you negotiate with the mall. So typical your cost is say anywhere between say 40 to 60, 70,000 on a rental basis. You have about we would advise to have a two staff. Basically a first shift which starts from your 10 goes up till 7. The second staff comes at around 4 o'clock, goes up till night 1 o'clock. The reason being why we keep is post 10 o'clock, 10:30 a mall is shut, and you have a lot of online orders which are coming up, especially your Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and a Sunday. There's a lot of online orders which starts kicking in at around 10 o'clock because people are sitting, watching, catching up with some movies or shows or any of the sporting event. So that's how a lot of orders come, and we typically say keep a two staff kind of a rotation kind of a staff, first shift and a second shift. Typically another 25,000 goes into that, and your product cost will be about 55% will be your product cost. So overall, this is how the costing works. You don't have any
How much you
additional
said is
cost.
the food cost? How much are we?
It will be about so typically you make about 40%. So it will be about 55%,
Is your
55 to
food
60%.
cost?
Yeah.
So this is blended when you say popcorns, your beverages, your cotton candy, all put
It's
together.
a blended. It's a blended.
Blended. So 55 becomes your cost typically for the entire. And
Yeah.
what is the average throughput that we expect? Say 80 square feet of a space. What inventory goes in that space? What is your revenue mix from the three broader categories we talked about?
Okay.
And
So
what would become a bottom line for a franchisee?
okay. So typically, if you look at the stocking, you'll have to stock not more than about 25,000 worth of the products. Okay. Your if you look at that's on the inventory bit. If you ask me the revenue stream, popcorn contributes close to about 70% of the sales is from popcorn. Your 20% comes from the beverages category, that is Goli sodas, and the 10% comes from cotton candy because cotton candy has just been launched about a couple of weeks back. So that's how the revenue stream, and we expect cotton candy to take over the beverages as such for us. And typical revenue, if you look at in a mall, depending upon the catchment, one of the catchment that we have currently does close to about 3.5 lakhs is the revenue that we do. Your weekday average is much more lower. Your weekend you touch close to about 45 to 50,000 in a weekend.
So on a 3 lakh sale, we have a 55% of the cost that goes towards the food, and 1.5 lakh, 1.65 is what we have as a net margin.
Yes.
Of which we pay about 75,000 as a rent, right?
So
and then we have another cost towards the staff, and
75,000. Yeah, 75,000 we're talking is on a higher limit. For example, you have malls like typically I'm talking about a category B mall currently, where we do a sale of about 3.5 lakhs, where the rental is say about 45 to 50,000, and another 25,000 for a staff. So technically, that 75,000 is your expenditure, direct expenditure that you have. So out of that 1.5, 1.6 that you're making, 75,000 is gone. You're left with another 75, say 60 to 70,000 is still left.
And what is the kind of locations you currently run in these two malls that you talked about? Is that in the food court, or are we there in the atrium, or what exactly?
One mall that we're operating, the one mall that we're operating, we are in the food court. Other mall that we're operating, Bhartiya City Mall, we are in the upper ground floor. So irrespective, because it's, as I said in my initial start of the note, it's basically we want to be present where people are walking in. Okay, it's not necessarily the food court. Initially, we thought the food court might not work. It worked for us. Then we started an experiment saying, okay, let's take, apart from food court, let's go to other floors and check where people are shopping. Yes, works for us. So popcorn is something like You see a popcorn, you said, "अरे हाँ मेरे को खाना है, मेरे को मीठा खाना है." I will go and take some caramel popcorn or a cheese popcorn, and you just do a window shopping.
Wonderful. Shahul, my request would also be, friends, some of you have asked the number. So we have a Shiva on the webinar today, and he's leading the project. Shahul, I also want to ask you, are we looking for expansion within Bangalore, or we would be happy to explore opportunities outside? And if in Bangalore, which are the prominent spots, locations you think would be a good bet to get started?
So we are looking at expansion in Bangalore because we feel Bangalore is currently we need to do a lot of work here. There are a lot of big opportunities in Mumbai, Pune, Chennai, and Hyderabad. Okay. Currently, to give you an example, again, there's no popcorn brand available in any of these malls in these cities. So there's a bigger opportunity there where we can tap into that. So it's not only Bangalore. We are looking at Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, Mumbai, and Pune is the first phase that we are looking at.
And we can even go through a unit franchisee, or you would need a bigger partner who takes the
We
right.
are, we are okay to take a unit franchisee.
Helpful. Shahul and friends, like I said, the most important part of taking and operating a business would be location. So if
Yes.
you're interested, please reach out to us, and we'll be happy to get you on one-to-one meeting with Shahul. And if you want to visit any of the locations which they currently operate out of Bangalore, please do let us know. We'll be happy to even facilitate that. And before we close, Shahul, I'll request if you want to share a message with everybody who's listening to you.
See, I'll tell you what, it's a simple thing that I'll tell you. It doesn't require, the investments are low. It doesn't require your 100% dedication. If you're working in a corporate, if you're having some other business, so you just have to spend about 2 weeks to get the person trained, and it runs on an auto mode. You don't have anything where you have to make, where you require a specialized person. For example, if you get into a hotel industry, you require a specialized chef who might say tomorrow he might go and join somewhere else. So you don't have that insecurity here. Here the products are being supplied by us. You need to just have a good person who can do the sales, two good people, and you're through. So there's no, if you're working anywhere, it's kind of a second job, second income that you're looking at. You can just invest in this, go on a weekend, just see if the hygiene is maintained. That's all. That's it.
Absolutely. You're bang on. So this is an idiot-proof model. So there's no issue in terms of training of the staff. There is no
Yeah.
skilled staff or manpower like we said is required. But location remains very, very important to be chosen. We need to be at a location which brings in the right footfall of people. So more throughput, we are able to bring better business. But this can work even with a 3 lakh kind of a sale. So 3 lakhs would mean we do an average of almost about 10,000 average daily, while the weekends are heavy with more footfall coming.
Yes.
But depending on the location, if you're in a corporate hub, maybe your weekdays are heavier and your weekends
Yes.
might not be as heavy as the weekdays. So thank you so much, Shahul, for being with us today. And friends, if you need the presentation, the working that we have done on the financials, you will let us know. We'll send it across to you, and meeting or a call that you want to facilitate, we'll be happy to even kind of get that facilitated with Shahul. Thank you so much, Shahul, for being with us today.
Thanks a lot.
And
Thanks.
I want to give it back to Neha for her concluding remarks. Neha.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Mr. Shahul, for joining us. Guys, I'm sure the brand details which we have shared with you today are going to benefit you in finalizing your business. And if there is anything you want to discuss, you want to share, you can get in touch with us on hotline number, which is 9717683838. You can write us at feedback@franchiseindia.in. I have shared one registration link for all of you to join us on Monday with a new business opportunity with Agiology Skin Clinic. They are North India's most trusted clinic for skin, hair, and body care. And they're already there, present in market from past 40 years with a lot of experience. To know more detail about Agiology Skin Clinic, please join us on Monday at sharp 12. You can register yourself with the same link. Thank you so much for joining today, and have a lovely weekend ahead, everyone. Thank you so much, all the panelists, one more time. Thank you.